Hey guys, it's Erin Scott. We are live. I am just making sure that everybody knows exactly where they want to be, where they're supposed to be before I share any really important information. Here I am in my dining room, my wonderful dining room, and it is Sunday afternoon. It's about 10 after 12. I'm going to just post a couple of quick links. So you can either watch from YouTube or get on the event page and join through the event page, and you can post your questions in the chat or join me in the Hangout. Don't go to the Join Hangout. Don't go there on my event page, okay? Follow those links that I just posted. Thank you. We'll get started in a second. I'll play some music if you want. Woohoo! I know my computer's running really slow. I hope this isn't in a weird kind of pixelated, weird robot thing. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. Let me play some music so it doesn't seem so awkward. Right? I'm answering text messages. And hopefully we'll be good to go in a minute. Hopefully we'll be good to go. Let's see what happens. Oh, yeah, there we go. So if you want to join, you just got to follow that link that I sent you to the page. Of course, you don't know that. Oh, technology. If you wanted to chat it up, let me try music first. Woohoo! What kind of music are we in the mood for? Would you guys like some new Pio music? Why not? Why not? I'm not on here just to dance, I promise. Awesome. Let me know, guys, if you have any questions to get in the group chat.
That I can't explain. Leaving my heart open, but it stays right here empty for days. She told me in the morning she don't feel the same about us in her bones. Seems to me that when I die, these words will be written on my stone.
I promise I'm not here to dance, although I can't help it, right?
And I'll be gone tonight. The ground beneath my feet is open wide. The way that I've been holding on too tight, with nothing in between. The story of my life, I take her home. I drive all night to keep her warm in time. It's right there. The story of my life, I take her home. I drive all night to keep her warm in time. It's right there. Story. Written in these walls are the stories that I can't explain. Leaving my heart open, but it stays right here empty for days. She told me in the morning she don't feel the same about us in her bones.
Oh.
Seems to me that when
yeah, that's me dancing in the video. I don't see y'all in the group chat though.
and I'll be gone tonight. The ground beneath my feet is open wide.
We gotta find another way for you guys to post questions. Let me see what's going on YouTube.
With nothing in between. The story of my
All right, I got music playing, but I'm just trying to make sure everybody that wants to post questions can do that, and then we'll get started. Regardless of whether you guys have any questions for me, hopefully I'll have some stuff that I can share with you that will give you some background about me, about my journey, and about the 21-Day Fix program, but also just, you know, nutrition and my Shakeology and my fitness journey in general. Everybody's different. Everybody has their own story. Everybody has their own goals. Everybody has their own dreams. Everybody has their own desire to get there. And I honestly think that, you know, everybody can do this. So we'll talk a little bit about that. Does everybody see that group chat up in the corner of their Google Hangout video screen? That's where mine is. That's why I keep pointing that way. I don't know where it is on your screen. Sorry. We're hanging out today. I'm doing a little dance. I'm excited to hang out with you. I just also want to say, by the way, if you're just jumping on, this is super, super informal. I've got some photos for you and stuff. I've got some slides, but honestly, like, it's just going to be me sharing completely off the cuff, really, and I want to answer as many questions as possible. So if you can find your way to that group chat and ask any questions that you have, I'm happy to. It's going to be, let me just make sure that, if you want to also, if, you know, because I got the event page open, if you want to ask questions on the event page as well, you can do that. And I'll just pop back and forth between those screens. Feel free to do that too. Can you hear me over the music? I hope so. We're on YouTube! Woo! All right, why don't we get started? Awesome. I'm going to close iTunes. Actually, I'll leave it open so we can play some more music at the end. For those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Erin Scott, and I live in Fairhope, Alabama. I spent most of my adult life in Boston, Massachusetts, and that's where I started my career as a neuroscientist and my career as a fitness professional, as well as met, you know, the majority of the close friends and family that I hold near and dear to my heart. So I do miss you, Boston, and you know, it's been quite an adventure, you know, uprooting my life there and coming here to Alabama, but everything happens for a reason, and life is always interesting, so I definitely count it as one of my blessings. I grew up in New Jersey, actually, and went to college in Virginia, so I've been kind of all over the place. Grew up in New Jersey, lived in Virginia, lived in Massachusetts, and now here in Alabama. So traditionally a Northeastern girl, but embracing being a little bit of a Southern girl nowadays. I'm not going to lie, I wanted to actually do this hangout outside because it's so flippin' perfect out, but I would have to wear sunglasses, and I wanted to make sure you saw my eyeballs, okay? So that's why I'm doing it inside today, but just know that it's pretty flippin' nice here right now, and I know that even though springtime has sprung in most of the country, you should be jealous. That's all. So that's my geographical background, but if you don't know me at all, I want to just kind of give you a little bit of my history. I went to college to study biology and biotechnology. I originally wanted to be an immunologist, And when I found out that that was definitely not my strength, immunology was not my strength, I decided that I was going to figure out what that was. And it turned out to be biotechnology. I had a minor in chemistry as well. And I thought that was actually kind of hilarious because I'm so bad at math. But it turns out, little secret in case you're wondering, scientists use calculators and algorithms and computer programs. However, it is really helpful if you can do math in your head. So I definitely worked on that skill as I, was trained up in that field. So that's just a little kind of funny, haha. But yeah, I from the time I was 15 years old, I knew I wanted to be a scientist, which is so crazy, right? Like, who knows when you're a kid, like, what you want to really do for a living? Like, I know that there are a lot of kids who have, like, these amazing, dreams for their careers and stuff, and they kind of hold on to that. But as they grow up, they start to learn what their strengths are and what truly interests them as they start to, like, form into their true selves. And so that always generally changes. And so I was really kind of surprised when I woke up one day in Boston. At the time I was working at the Dana-Farber Cancer Institute in Boston, which is part of the Harvard Medical School hospitals. And I was doing pediatric brain tumor research, and I woke up and I was like, holy crap, this is my life. I actually went and did what I said I wanted to do when I was just a wee lass. Oh, P.S. I'm Irish. Anyway, not legit Irish. Like, I wasn't born in Ireland, but that's, my family, my ancestry is mostly Irish. But I got a lot going on up in here. I'm actually more of a mutt, to be totally honest. But the Irish blood seems to kind of dominate all for the most part, which we'll get to when I show my transformation photos from the 21-day fix. There's a funny story behind that. So living in Boston, studying neuroscience, I actually had sort of two different foci. At one point I was studying brain tumors, and at the other I was studying psychiatric disease. So I had an opportunity to really kind of understand the brain in two different, very unique and special and important ways. So I totally embrace that aspect of my life. I totally appreciate and never take for granted where I've come from. Actually, I think I have a little picture. Can I screen share easily? I have a feeling if I try and screen share, it's just going to screw everything up. But I'm going to have to at some point because I have some pictures for you. So let me see if I can try that now. All right, give me a second. Let me open up some. I'm just gonna show you photos. I'm gonna show you a folder of photos. I'm not even gonna do it in a slideshow. I tried to do it in a slideshow and was like, oh my gosh, that's just too much. And while you're like, but Erin, that's like a nice formal presentation. This is not meant to be a nice formal presentation. This is meant to be an opportunity for me to just casually like chat with you, tell you a little bit about what I do, and we'll go from there. Sound good? I hope that makes sense. Okay. What photo was I going to show you? Now I can't even remember. Shoot. That's so funny, right? That's all right. That's okay. I worked really hard. That's all I have to say about that. So anyway, while I was living in Boston, things got to be a little bit stressful, and not necessarily like in a bad way. At first, I was kind of excited. I was like really wanting to work tons of hours. If you guys know anything about scientific experiments, they have their own time frame, not yours. They don't necessarily work on your time frame. So I was doing some relatively long experiments, and it wasn't necessarily a 9-to-5 type of life, and there was definitely, cells live. They don't take a break on the weekends. They don't, go to sleep on the weekends or go on vacation. So, sometimes you have to go in on the weekends and work long hours, and, you share those shifts with your colleagues, and sometimes, you know, you do set some boundaries for yourself, but I was new and I was ambitious and I was excited, so I didn't know any better, so I was just like, yes, 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 let me do that, let me do that, I'll do that, I'll do that. And I didn't know how to say no. And what ended up happening was I became really exhausted and ate a lot of food and didn't work out and gained a little bit of weight. And then I got kind of bummed out about that, and it turned out that I was depressed. And all, like, you know, mostly of my own doing, stress-induced, but we know that depression can be both, you know, genetic and environmental, so, you know, there was this, you know, good chance that I would have become depressed either way. But just the circumstances as they were in my, you know, early years living in Boston, I became depressed, and as a result of becoming depressed, I became even less physically active and more self-medicating. So my medication of choice was, you name it, beer, vodka, wine, and that's actually how I met most of my friends, was at the bar. So if I wasn't in the lab, I was, you know, either working one of my other part-time jobs, because, oh, by the way, Boston's expensive, and I was entry level in my research position, and I couldn't afford this little tiny apartment bedroom that I shared with 3 other people that didn't have a window that faced the outside. My window faced an air shaft. I did not have a window in my bedroom that actually, like, went outside. So I basically lived in a glorified closet, couldn't afford to live there, did not have a car, so I had to bus or train or walk everywhere. And on top of my dream job, my career dream job, I worked 2 other part-time jobs. I was a waitress at Bertucci's, and I was a barista at this place called Toscanini's. And if you guys know Toscanini's in Central Square, I was actually at the Harvard Square, but I lived above the Toscanini's in Central Square, which is just so weird, right? Like, why didn't I just work downstairs? I don't know. Anyway, so I had 3 jobs, no car, an apartment I couldn't afford, broke as a joke, overweight, depressed. It was definitely not what I envisioned for my life, even though I still woke up some mornings and I was like, whoa, I'm doing what I set out to do. And it was just really interesting. But that was my life for several years. I lived in kind of this, like, toxic, not very active, you know, semi-dark place, but I was working, and I thought, you know, as long as I'm working, I'm doing good stuff, and that's what I need to be doing. But it was definitely spiraling and wreaking havoc on not only my bank account, which was which could on any given day go into the negative, but also on my body. So I knew at some point I had to make a change, and the last thing I wanted to do actually was step into a gym, even though I knew I needed to do something. So I was like, how the heck am I going to do this? I have no idea. How the heck am I going to do this? Because I'm terrified to walk in a gym. I'm completely embarrassed to walk in a gym, but I know I need to do something. So I was eating a cheese calzone one day, on my pull-out couch, and the funny thing about that was I could have just sat on the couch and watched TV, but instead I was like so kind of lazy that I was like, I'm gonna pull out the bed of my pull-out couch, and I was legit in my living room. I moved all the furniture to the sides, and I had a pull-out couch opened up, and I'm on this bed, sofa bed, eating a cheese calzone, and an infomercial for a home workout program called Turbo Jam came on the television. And while I was still kind of not paying attention, not really listening, not wanting to hear what I was hearing, I was listening because I was desperate. And one of the things that stuck out for me, particularly because the whole time I'm watching some of these transformation stories, I'm thinking they're actors, they get paid to do this, they're fitness models, I don't believe any of that garbage. But it turns out, well, it's not going to be a totally long story, but just kind of as a side note, a lot of the people in those infomercials I've met in person, and they're real people, and they are real stories. They are real success stories, and some of them are even my friends now. My one friend in particular who was in the TurboFire infomercial, shout out to my girl, Susanna Johnson. She has an amazing story. She's a real human being. I see her on a regular basis. Well, lately I have. She lives in Florida, but girlfriend, has an amazing story, and, she did it her way. She followed the program. She followed the nutrition guide. She drank her Shakeology. She did it the way you're supposed to do it and saw amazing results. And she got to be in an infomercial. Anyway, long story short, I was not convinced at that point that those were real stories, and I was almost kind of ready to just, switch a channel or whatever, but my hands were greasy from my cheese calzone, because I eat it with my hands. Don't you? Do you eat your cheese calzone with your hands? I don't know. I did. I do. Because I like to dip it in the sauce. So that's what I did. Anyway, and then this little voiceover, all the video footage of the infomercial said, never do a crunch on the floor again. And I was like, what? Even if it doesn't work, that sounds like something I could get on board with, because I never wanted to do a crunch on the floor again. So that's what I did. I was like, all right, maybe I'll give this a try after all and see if this is for real. So I took literally my last dollar out of my bank account, and I bought this fitness program. And 20 pounds later, I was a believer. Fast forward a little bit, and I had tried other programs by the creator of Turbo Jam, Chalene Johnson. She sort of became my fitness guru, and I listened to everything she said. If she said the sky was green, I was like, yes. Kidding. But she, came out with subsequent programs. One of them I just mentioned, which was a huge success story for my friend Susanna, called TurboFire, as well as Chalene Extreme, and that was a weightlifting program, and I was terrified of using weights. But following those programs, I made the decision that I wanted more. And I found out that the program that I had done to lose my initial 20 pounds was actually a gym program to start with. And, that place where I was terrified to go, suddenly I was confident enough that maybe I could do that. Maybe I could go there. And because I was hooked, I was like, oh, I need Turbo in my life forever. Look what it's done for my confidence, my body composition, my happiness, all of that. I was a happier person. I was a more confident person. I knew I still had a long ways to go, but I was hopeful. And I was able to do all that in my living room to start out. So, found out no Turbo in my neighborhood. So I decided that I was going to bring it to my neighborhood, and found a Turbo Kick, which is the gym version, instructor training in my area, and decided that I was going to go get trained and teach others to do what I was doing. In the process, I learned that there was this really fantastic thing called coaching. And what coaching was basically I would help people, which is what I do now, connect them with the fitness program that they do in their home that's right for them, and I connect them with their Shakeology, which is the best nutritional drink that I've ever had in my life and that I could ever hope to have others that I care about and love try and use regularly, but connect them with their fitness and their nutrition, and then I support them throughout their program. Coaching was very, very, very new when I got started with Turbo Jam, so I had no idea really that I was even being coached, but Beachbody has this huge support system, and it was all virtual. So I had workout buddies all over the country, and that was actually really cool because, you know, most of the time you meet your workout buddy at the gym. I didn't have that. So I had workout buddies in my living room, and we supported each other to our success. All that is to say that I knew that I needed Shakeology in my life. I knew that I needed to take everything that I learned and share it with the world because it was just too good to keep to myself. Fast forward 5 years, here I am. But let's be real, right? Even though I now teach, you know, these fitness programs, these Beachbody fitness programs in the gym, and I coach people virtually and locally all the time, I am always a work in progress. So real quick, if I can do this screen share thing without freaking my computer out, I want to share with you where I was prior to the 21-day fix, which is what I'm here to share with you today. I don't see any questions in the chat, guys, so if you have questions for me, actually, let me double check the wall and make sure that there's no questions there, and just make sure that I'm not missing anything, or else I'll just keep talking, and I don't know if you guys really want me to do that. That's not totally fun. It can be fun for me, because I like to talk, right? Let me see. Any questions? Okay, no questions yet. But feel free to post your questions in those places, and I'll do my best to make sure that I get those questions answered before we get off this hangout shortly. All right, let me find that photo. So I'll share with you real quick what my before and after was prior to starting the 21-day fix. So let's see how we do. Can you see it? Oh, it's all stretched. How annoying. Oh, maybe not. Is it better now? Yay! So that was me. The before, I was 200 and almost 15 pounds, a little less than 215 pounds. And then the picture in the now is actually from, believe it or not, it's 2 summers ago at this point. So it's been a while since I had updated my now. And so a couple of things happened. I moved to a new state, and the stress from that definitely had an impact on my body and my physical fitness, but it did not have an impact on my resolve. I was determined to continue to always improve my health and fitness. And so this was kind of where I was starting from. So that's where I was before. No, I don't want. Okay, there we go. I'm back. Technical difficulties. Take that. So that was my before and after prior to the decision that I needed to continue on my fitness and health journey. I will tell you, full disclosure, total transparency here, that my biggest struggle was eating. If you wanted to go work out with me, not an issue. You could call me and be like, hey, you want to go do this? And it's fun because we're going to run or we're going to jump or we're going to scream. And I'm like, okay, that sounds like pretty much what I like to do on a general basis anyway. So getting me to work out was not a problem. I've done almost anything you can think of. I've done P90X. I've done P90X3, which, by the way, is amazing. And I've done Insanity. I've done T25. I've done all of those programs. And, there's things about them. Oh, Les Mills Pump. Love Les Mills Pump. If you're not big into weight training but really know that you need it in your life, which I'm here to tell you, you need it in your life, Les Mills Pump is a great one to do. So is Chalene Extreme. And then, of course, P90X and P90X3 has weight training built into it as well. Insanity, it's cardio conditioning, but again, it's body weight resistance training, core conditioning. Same thing with T25. All have their unique aspects and have their amazing trainers that keep you motivated and pushing throughout. But I've done it all. So the fitness was not a problem for me. I mean, doing the actual physical work was not a problem for me. And I saw results. I definitely did, but I knew I needed to get a handle on my nutrition. While I came off my depression medication, my antidepressants, long before I started the move to come here, um, you know, I knew that the fitness was part of why I was able to stay off antidepressants. But you know, I still enjoy my spirits from time to time. Definitely have a way better handle on it than I did prior to being medicated. But I knew that I needed to cut some of that out if I was going to see dramatic results in my health and in my shape. So when the 21-day fix came out, it was like an answer to prayer almost, and I knew that it was something that I wanted to try for myself. The cool thing is, I didn't do it on my own. I actually had an amazing group of people do it with me. And so at the end, I'm going to tell you a little bit about how you can be a part of the next group that I'm doing. If my dog would stop crying and whimpering, that would be amazing, because you could probably hear her whimpering in the background, and it's getting really annoying. Told you, anything can happen when it's live, right? Anything can happen while it's live. So that's what's happening right now. My dog is whimpering and crying. And I'm texting. That's what I do. I just live life. So that was my again, that was where I was starting. And let's see. I'll just share one other picture with me and Tony Horton. You guys want to see a picture of me and Tony Horton? I might have to share more than one, because it's just so fun. So let's see. Let's see if we can do that. That's me in the front, and that's Tony checking out form on everybody. And that ocean, or that water, body of water in the background, that is the Pacific Ocean. And we were able to work out with the very, very famous and well-known celebrity fitness trainer Tony Horton in Dana Point, California, and it was absolutely one of the hugest honors of my life to be able to do that. Super, super fun. Super fun. I'm back. But I think even more fun was getting to joke around with him. So you want to see a picture of me joking around with Tony Horton? First of all, he intimidated me. So I was kind of like, what? And then I made a joke, and he thought it was funny. And I thought it was funny too. So I started laughing. And this was the picture. This is my life. But he's a funny guy. If you've never done a Tony Horton program, you know, the P90X or any of the P90X series, or 10-Minute Trainer, or Power 90, or I think that's it. You should, because he's great. He's funny, and he's a good motivator. Okay, so the cool thing was, I was on this journey, but I wasn't on this journey alone. And I think that that's the important thing. But what I wanted to kind of just show you a little bit about the importance of the 21-day fix. I'm just going to quick share a photo. This program was about portion control for me. So you can see in that picture, first of all, you can meet the celebrity trainer, Autumn Calabrese. She's the trainer, and the idea with the containers is each container represents a food group or a nutrient category, so to speak, and the proportions and portions required for appropriate and optimal health. And so I'm going to show you every component of the program. So what comes in every single... Oh, I should share this first, because this was basic. Oh, no, I'll share it in a minute. There we go. Where are we? Where's the picture? Here we go. So here's everything. Everything that comes with it. Okay? So what do we got there? We've got our eating guide. We've got our quick fix. We've got the workout programs. We've got all of the containers color-coded as well as your shaker cup. And I'm going to actually show you all live what that actually looks like as well. But I wanted to kind of just show you a pretty picture of it because that's what I do. I'm nice like that. That's what I do. Awesome. Okay, this is the picture I was going to show you before that, but here it is. So this is just a snapshot of my life, basically, which is what we think weight loss should look like and what it actually looks like. And this holds true every time I set out to make a change physically or just in my health in general. It's roller coaster. It's up and down. It's never a straight line. And, you know, I think it's important to understand that our bodies are responsive. So it responds to how we treat it and what we do with it. And so we can't be so hard on ourselves when we're on a journey. Yes, it is possible to have a starting point and an ending point, but what it looks like in between is going to vary person to person. And you know, I'm total proof, and you know, I'm a perfect testimony of that. But you know, realistically, as long as you have some consistent habits that you're creating, what you do consistently is what's going to get you to where you want to go, or what is going to produce the results and the outcome that you are creating for yourself. So let me real quick show you guys my own 21-day fix collection here. So here's all the workouts. Okay, they're all the workouts, and there's several of them, and they're 30 minutes long. Okay, except for the abs, that's 10 minutes. And I think plyo is still 30 minutes, I don't remember. But it's everything. So yeah, abs, 10 minutes. So it's total body cardio, upper body, lower body, Pilates. Hi, Pilates, we know what Pilates can do for the core. Oh my gosh. Cardio, yoga, I mean, all of it. Everything you need to have a well-rounded fitness program, it's there, and you can do it for your home, and it's awesome. But this here is what I would call my nutrition Bible. Okay, so it's everything I needed to know to help walk me through everything that I needed to prepare. And how to keep it organized, and how to determine what was going to be the appropriate portions and proportions for me. It's all spelled out for me, and I still refer back to this all the time. I know you guys are going to have a ton of questions about, you know, what's allowed and what's not allowed, and we will definitely get to that, I'm sure. I keep looking up at the chat in case you're like, what is she looking in that corner for? I'll tell you why. So you also have these cool tracking charts. I downloaded it from the website and blew it up so that I could actually, you know, write it with my big hand. I'm 5'11". All things are big. The one in the book was just not cutting it for me, right? So, so what's cool is, sorry, I dropped something, so I disappeared for a second. So what's cool is you don't have to count calories, and you don't have to think too much about how much of anything goes in what, because all you need are your containers. So let me show you your containers. So I have 2 little stacks of containers, and they're color-coded, and then, you know, inside, it's like build a block. It's like, what do they call those, erector sets? I don't know. Anyway, so I've got all my different containers, and they come with lids. So if you do want to use the containers to store and transport food, you can. I don't use the containers for that purpose. Can you see them? They're like stacked up on my laptop. Anyway, I don't use them for that purpose. I actually use them simply as measuring tools. Although, you know, that's not true. Actually, this one I will travel with as well as the green one. So look at all these containers. This equals food. And by the way, in case you're curious, yes, you eat a lot during this. But it's how much, how often, and in what proportions. And I think that's the most important thing that I can express to you guys today about this program, okay? One of these is wet because I just got my hand all wet. Oh, one more container. Okay, so we've got all of these. I'm going to stack them because it looks like it might be fun to do that. It'll probably fall over. So green's on the bottom, and just for the purposes of stacking because you can't see the green. But then I'll start stacking by size. It's like a little tower. These are all your containers. Am I stupid for doing this? These are all your containers, okay? Seeds, nuts, and oils. Healthy fats. Healthy fats. Carbs. Protein. Can you guess what this is? Fruit and veggies. Veggies, fruits. Carbs. Wait, protein. Carbs. Healthy fats. Seeds and oils. There's another measuring, oh, Shakeology. Shakeology, number one, yes, this is your Shakeology container, but it also has liquid measurements for your beverages. This is where, legit, I would measure my wine out in here. Oh, newsflash, hey, check it out. You can have wine on the fix. Yeah, baby. You can have chocolate. I have peanut butter. I ran out of time, but I was going to make a fix recipe for you and eat it live on air, but I'll just tell you what it was going to be. Peanut butter and banana toast. Yum! So there's one measurement that's not included like in the containers that you will have as part of your daily eating, and that's a teaspoon. Not a single teaspoon. You usually get multiple teaspoons, but some of the things that you can consume will be in teaspoon portions. And so I'm guessing if you've got any utensils in your house, you probably have a teaspoon somewhere. So that will be, you'll be measuring out with your teaspoon, okay? So, teaspoon, let me just describe the food that I was going to eat for you. It's one carb, so one slice of whole wheat toast is one yellow, one carb. And then a teaspoon of peanut butter, and that's one teaspoon. And then half a banana, which is one purple, one fruit. You can't see it. It's not on the screen. I know. Okay? And that is one meal. Take a look at this again. How many meals are listed here? 6. You eat 6 times a day. Are you kidding me? That's a lot. But that's good, right? Because you're eating. I'm gonna tell a quick little story. I'm probably gonna get in trouble for this. I had a friend who was doing something a little bit different than I was when I first did the 21-day fix. And she was basically doing like a liquid diet or like a liquid cleanse. And I would be like, yeah, just had my strawberries and Greek yogurt, yum, yum, I'm wicked full. And she would be like, yep, just had my second glass of carrot juice, yum. And it's like, I'm sure the juice is delicious, but if that's like all you're doing, that is not sustainable and long term. Like, you need to be able to eat real food, right? Now I get it. I also drink my nutrients too. but that doesn't necessarily mean that's all I do. And the 21-day fix is a perfect way for me to eat what I love properly and live happily. You know, like I don't stress out about food anymore or beat myself up if I stray a little bit, because for the most part I'm doing it the right way. And I learned how to do it. This program taught me how to do it. What? Yes, thank you. Okay, so here's the deal. Each one of your color codes, your measurements, are along the top, right? And you're, depending on your needs, based on your weight and your goals and how many calories you're burning, and they give you kind of a ballpark range, an estimate based on the 21-day fix workouts, okay? Will determine how many of each of these you can have each day, but it's going to vary person to person, so I can't give you any of that information. It's just, it wouldn't be accurate. Plus, I'm not going to tell you how to do the entire program. I want you to do it with me. Hello? Come on. This is not something, I mean, honestly, like, I'm just going to be real for a second. If you think you can do this on your own, you should probably just get off the Hangout right now. Because I'm here to tell you that I needed help. I think everybody needs help. Everybody needs guidelines if they really want to see, like, true, important, healthy changes. There are experts out there, and there is research and science that can help us get there. And this worked for me, and I trust it, and I want to share it with the world. So that's why I'm doing this. I want you guys to know all about this. So those are all the containers, right? And you're like, oh my gosh, what's in here? What are you drinking in here? Oh yes, I can have coffee. Coffee, and what I do is I put coconut oil in it, and that's one of my teaspoons. So right now I'm enjoying a coconut oil melted coffee, and it's delicious. 21-day fix in a nutshell, just so you know. I'm still waiting for questions. That's why basically, I'm like, I'm just gonna keep talking. In a nutshell, is just the way that you can properly nourish your body in the right portions and proportions. So not too many of one type of nutrient and not too much of another. And you get to eat real food, and you get to eat often, and you get to, you know, for the most part, eat the things that you love. You know, I will be honest, I did miss my froyo, but to be real, I was eating too much of it anyway. So to say goodbye to froyo on a regular basis wasn't a bad thing. So you guys probably want to see how I turned out in the 21 days, right? All right. Here it is. Wait, I'm going to actually open all of them. Do I have all of them? Well, I've got 2 of them. Oh, got it. Woo. Cool, cool, cool. You guys having fun? All right, so here's my before and after, and here is where I get to tell my story about my stubborn Irish roots. I look so angry in my before photo, which is the one with the more purple in my hair, in case you're wondering which was the before and the after. That morning I got really mad, and I was not in the mood to take before photos, but I knew I had to, so my stubborn Irish self sucked it up and said to my husband, will you take these photos for me? I really don't want to. I'm in a bad mood. Will you take them? And so we took them, and it wasn't until 21 days later when I took the after photo, hair's faded, right? Different manicure. I mean, like legit. I mean, in case because people read these articles all the time, like they just changed the lighting and just changed their hairstyle. Like, okay, tell me how I got all that purple out of my hair in 15 minutes, please. This is real. So when I took the after photo and I was really, really pumped about my results, I lost 12.5 pounds and 4 inches. I was so excited that I was like, and I did the composite, the side by side. I was like, oh crap, I really was pretty angry in that first photo, wasn't I? Whoops, sorry about that. So that's why I mean, to be totally honest, I don't even remember what I was being stubborn and angry about, but I do know that I was in a foul, foul mood the morning that I took my before photos. So if any of you, wonder like, oh, was I intentionally trying to make an angry face because it was my before photo and I was just angry at my body? No. I mean, you saw my before, so you know how far I've come, and I'm very proud of the results I had so far. But like I mentioned, I was on my journey. And I was continuing on my journey. So I'm not angry at my body. I don't I'm comfortable in my own skin. This was more just for you guys to see what's possible in 21 days. Did I believe in 21 days that I would lose 12.5 pounds? I was hopeful, but I'm a believer now, right? I got one more photo for you from this particular phase of the 21-day fix. So just, and I'll explain what that means, because I got to let you guys go soon. I've been on for a while. I know I kind of got on late because we had some technical difficulties, but the reality is I am so excited that the things that I learned through this has allowed me to continue these healthy habits for life. The truth is that even when I traveled and went off some of those habits, I did okay. But I want to get back to where I was in those photos. And I don't necessarily mean physically looking, but where I was in my headspace, where I was in my discipline, and where I was in my resolve to eat as healthy as possible. So I am starting a new group. I want to also let you guys know that if you want to read any of the success stories from that first group that I was first, and actually I had a second group as well, from those first or second groups, hear from someone other than me, please reach out to me because I'm willing to share those stories with you. I didn't prepare anything today because I just wanted to answer your questions, but if you want to hear someone other than my story, but from the group that I was doing this with, I've got dozens of amazing success stories to share with you. In fact, I would even be willing to post those to the event page with the permission, of course, of those participants. But if you want to privately message me on Facebook, if we're not already friends on Facebook, you need to friend me and send me a message. Just be like, hey, I saw your hangout. I want to talk to you about the 21-day fix. Okay, so facebook.com/Erin Scott. And just be sure that you message me and let me know, hey, I heard your hangout, or I heard a portion of your hangout. I didn't have any questions at the time, but I'd love to hear some of your other testimonies from the people that you were in the group with. And I'm happy to share those stories with you because some of them are pretty incredible. Many of them are really incredible. Even more incredible than mine. What am I doing? What is that? I don't even know. I'm getting punchy over here. Somebody help me. So, okay, I shared my story. I shared some information. Did I share with you the secret sauce? Do you guys want to know what the secret sauce is? I know you do. Give me 1 second because I'm going to open up one more photo, I think, or maybe 2 or 3. I'm going to share more photos. You guys enjoying my photos so far? I'm enjoying sharing them with you, I'm not going to lie. La 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 la, welcome to my world. Where, oh, my dog's just running around the house like a crazy person. All right, so first thing I want to share with you is this quote, because I think a lot of people get nervous that that they're not going to be able to do this, that they're going to fail somehow at their efforts. And that is the purpose, really, and that is the importance of a support system. I've been through it, and I'm here to support you throughout and answer your questions throughout and get you excited about what's possible throughout and squash your fears, hopefully. But also, we will do this as a group. So not only are you accountable to me, but you're accountable to your peers, people in the group. Now, it's a private group. It's not something, we don't post a bunch of photos publicly, or not anybody can just jump in and check out what we're doing. It's a private Facebook group that we check into every day for support and encouragement. And when we have a hard day, it's a safe place to share our hard days. And when we have a great day, it's the best place to celebrate. So if you're nervous, if you're unsure, I'm here to tell you that life is too short to be afraid, because you'll only regret not starting sooner. And I want to encourage you to cast those fears aside and join me in this journey, because it's worth it. So worth it. And then let me share with you the secret sauce. I know I said I would, so here it is. It's built into the program. Shakeology is your daily dose of dense nutrition. It is 1,000,001, okay, that's an exaggeration, but it's a lot of healthy ingredients, antioxidants, phytonutrients, vitamins, minerals, amino acids, so all your protein base, everything you need for energy without stimulants. I like my coffee, but I don't like energy drinks. Bad for the adrenal glands. Bad, bad, bad. And it comes in 1,000,001 flavors. Again, an exaggeration, but you guys are smart. You know what I'm talking about. And it fits wonderfully into this program. And so I personally can't recommend the 21-day fix without it. That's just me. But, we can chat about that if you want to shoot me a message, and we can chat about that. So that's my secret sauce right there. And even when I have a bad eating day, my Shakeology saves the day. It does, because it gives me all the nutrients I need to feel properly nourished so that I don't wreck my body. That's just the truth. And I want to share with you a picture that makes me smile, and I'll explain why, and then I'll get off here because I've been on here for about an hour. This is a master trainer camp that I went to out in Los Angeles, California, back in January. So one of my dreams, once I became a fitness instructor and a fitness coach with Beachbody, one of my dreams was to become a master trainer with Beachbody, where I could then train up new instructors to do what I do in the gym and share my love for Beachbody fitness programs, the Beachbody Live fitness programs, which consists of Turbo Kick. I think I shared with you a little bit about that. P90X, Insanity. Those are all in gym formats now, as well as a brand new one that's coming out on DVD. Woohoo! But it's been in the gym for quite some time, Payo. And this was my first step towards becoming a master trainer. So I was selected to become a trainer with Beachbody, and I'm currently being trained up with amazing mentors. And As you can see, they're fantastic, real people. We're not robots. We're not like, just sort of these like out of touch, untouchable people. We are real people, and we just want to live and share our love for fitness with as many people as we can. And so that's just my goal, my dream, not only to help you guys wherever you are virtually, but also, in a live classroom setting as well. It's something that I have a huge passion for. And so that picture makes me smile because if it wasn't for Beachbody, I wouldn't have set those goals for myself. I wouldn't have been able to retire from my neuroscience career at 34 years old and pursue fitness full time. I'm in the career of helping people change their lives. Let me correct my grammar because I almost said it, but I stopped myself. I am an agent of change, and my goal for every single one of you is to see success with this 21-day fix program. So one more picture I'm going to share with you, and then I'm out of here, unless you have 1,000,001 questions, and I want to hear from you, okay? It takes 21 days to make or break a habit. That is why this program is called the 21-day fix. It's not about a quick fix. It's about a permanent change. It is about creating healthy habits with your eating, consistent fitness programs that don't have to be super long or exhausting. And it's about educating yourself in the proper portions and proportions that are right for your body. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm a little bit passionate about this. And again, doing this for you guys, I have nothing really to gain from it. I wanted to just share my story with you, speak from my heart, not have like a big, huge agenda. Like I said, I just had a folder full of pictures that I was going to share with you. I didn't put together a presentation. I was kind of off the cuff because I was, thinking maybe I would get a few more questions, and so I had to prepare myself a little bit for the chance that there weren't going to be a ton of questions. But maybe I answered all your questions for you, right? So if you're watching this and you still have questions, please ask them now. You can either get up on the group chat that's going on in this Hangout, or I'm going to go check out the event page and just make sure that there aren't any questions there real quick. Answer your questions and then call it good. I hope you guys learned something. I hope you are excited and are wanting to join me. I want to hear from you. I'm just reading. I'm reading. Okay, that is not what I... Okay. All right. Oh, question! Thank you. Thank you for the question. And let me see if I can pull up all the comments just to make sure that I'm not missing any questions. Love the coconut oil and the coffee. Yes, that's brilliant. And I'll be totally honest with you, Lena. It's really hard for me to consume coconut oil straight. That's probably the ideal way if you're not using it for cooking, which obviously is probably another ideal way. So it's like, well, how can I drink this? What I need, the coconut oil that I definitely know I need. I'll put it in a hot beverage. Hello. So why not put it in my favorite hot beverage, which happens to be cafe. So I'm glad you like that tip. That's definitely something that did not come from me, but it actually came from my husband. That was his idea. And he actually learned that, if I'm not mistaken, and he could post on my YouTube and correct me if I'm wrong, but that's actually a practice, a cultural practice in a particular region of the world, and I'm not going to say which one because I don't actually know, but that's actually how they drink their coffee. So it's, gosh, I want to say it's somewhere in South America, but I could be totally wrong. It could be, an island in the South Pacific for all I know. But, a big coffee culture somewhere not in North America, they have a particular, bean and roast of coffee that coconut oil enhances the flavor, and so, generally as a practice, that is actually how they consume their coffee, is with coconut oil. I would love a thumbs up from behind the scenes if I was even close, remotely close with that answer. But here's an actual question. Are the challenge packs available with the 21-day fix? Yes, absolutely. In fact, when you get the challenge pack, you get everything that I showed you. All your containers, all your workouts. I just dropped all my containers on the floor. Watch. There they go. It's like building blocks. All your workouts, your eating plan, your guides, your tally sheets, your shaker cup, and your 30-day supply of Shakeology on Home Direct. And what will come with that, of course, also is a free 30-day trial to the club membership. If you decide to keep on with your club membership, you get a 10% discount on your next month's supply of Shakeology. So you actually start to save money that way. So 21-day fix, just so you know, the savings that comes with the challenge pack, it's so worth it. It actually it makes the workout program or the nutrition guide alone, you save a ton of money. I think something like 40 or 50 bucks. I don't actually know off the top of my head. I told you I was bad at math, right? Okay, so don't take my total math word for it on that one, but just know that when you get it as a challenge pack, it's a bundle savings, and that's kind of the point. So let me just go back, double check, make sure I don't have any more questions. I do appreciate you guys more than you know. I may actually go back to YouTube, because this is streaming live from YouTube right now, and edit some of my dance party out so that it's a little bit easier to go back to and review what you've learned today. But I hope you learned a lot. I hope you enjoyed everything you heard. I hope you feel moved and inspired by anything that I shared with you guys. Part of my goal, part of my heart that speaks to you guys, that I want you to hear, is that I want you to be able to find something in my story that you can relate to so that I can help you. I want you to know that I've been on this journey for a while, and I want to help you become an overcomer like I was. I look back at my life and I think, wow, look at all that has happened. And it didn't necessarily happen by chance. It took a lot of awareness and educating and decision making. And then, of course, naturally, the most important decision that we can make is to act. So thank you so much. We are at exactly about an hour since the live broadcast. So I want to thank you guys for tuning in, paying attention. If you have questions that I didn't answer, or if you're listening to or watching this recording, you can find me by email by emailing Erin, E-R-I-N, at sillyfit.com, S-I-L-L-Y, F as in Frank, IT.com, or on Facebook, facebook.com/Erin Berry Scott, or you can visit my page and message me there as well, facebook.com/sillyfit. And I'm happy to answer any questions. I'm happy to get you enrolled in this next challenge, which starts next week, so you'll have to get crack-a-lackin' on that. And I'm happy to support you throughout your journey. If you feel that the 21-day fix is not right for you, or if it's not exactly where you need to be going, share with me your goals. Share with me what you want to accomplish for your fitness and health journey, and I will be sure to help coach you with the program that's right for you and meet you where you are and help you get to where you want to be. So thank you so much, guys, for being on. I appreciate you. I appreciate you sticking in. It was a long bit of time for me to be talking, but I hope you learned a lot, and I just hope that you have a super fabulous, healthy day. Thank you so much. Erin Scott, Fairhope, Alabama. I'm out of here.